Hey everyone, Double P here and welcome. I got a couple of questions about um, how to find stocks that are squeezing or equities or financial instruments that are squeezing. They're going up in a marketplace. Now, we're in a bear market. So don't forget we're in a bear market. We're in a full-blown bear market. I know there's been some little rallies here and there, but I've got to tell you, these little rallies, they're in a bear market. You have to be very careful. I mean, it's okay to go in there on a pocket and try to hit them. Maybe try to do a day trade, but you have to understand that even in a day trade, stocks can be up in the morning, and then all of a sudden there could be a violent reversal, and come midday, they're all down. So you have to be very careful with what you do. But I did have quite a few questions in the support desk about it, so I'm going to go through it. And as well, I might as well go over the gamma scanner because people have been asking me about it. I know I'm supposed to create a module on it, and I think I did create a module on it, the gamma scanner 3.0 for version 3.0. But if I did not, I'll do it in this coaching session, and then that way I'll just knock out two birds with one stone, and you guys will have it there. So for my Platinum X Power Option traders, in this coaching call, we're going to go over gamma squeezes. Now, I'm just going to keep this dirt simple. Basically, what a gamma squeeze is when a underlying a ticker symbol, stock, whatever you want to call it, an equity, ETF, it has such price action within a specified time period, like 5-10 minute time period, that there's a lot of volume, there's a lot of option activity, there's a lot of call buying, especially call buying. On the option side, what happens is it puts the stock into a squeeze, into a positive squeeze, and it makes the stock move in that direction, which is usually, well, it's always up. That's why it's called a gamma squeeze. Now, market makers don't like that, because what happens is when it comes into a gamma squeeze, what happens is the delta, which is hard. So delta is the actual stock. What happens is the market makers, they have to compensate for the squeeze in the delta. So what could happen is as the stock is squeezing up, the actual hard stock, is they have to neutralize their delta, because they're the market maker. They have to play both sides of the equation. So what that means is they have to hedge, and they have to start selling negative delta, right? And the more call options are bought, the more squeeze is happening, the more the market makers have to hedge, and it's just a vicious cycle. So as the delta goes up, they have to start mitigating and selling stock. But the more call options that are being bought, it causes such volatility that the stock continues to squeeze up. So it's kind of crazy, but that's basically a gamma squeeze. So to look at it over here, we come over here, and let's just say, I'll show you what this looks like right here. So let's just say this delta right here, let's just say this delta is 48, which basically means that if you were to buy United Health right now, the stock is $532.75, and it's actually in a gamma squeeze, to be honest with you. So I'll show you exactly that in a second. So you'd be long 48 delta with UNH, and what that basically means now is the market makers they have to hedge. They have to go out now and they have to hedge to be delta neutral. So they have to go and sell 0.48 delta to mitigate their risk and to mitigate the exposure of the gamma. So that would be, and you see it right here. This is pretty much in the money. Right now it's minus 46, right? So it kind of just evens it out. So the more calls that are being bought, forces the stock to go up, right? And the delta, so here's gamma right here, right? You can see it right here. So what gamma basically is for every $1 movement in the stock, this gamma is going to go up by 2 cents. So if you're holding a position like UNH and you bought a bunch of calls, for every dollar movement, this is going to move up 2 cents, right? So that's basically a gamma squeeze. Now, this is a $500 stock. So for this to move 2%, that's a pretty big movement for this particular stock. So that's kind of what a gamma squeeze is. So let's see what the option statistics were. So they traded 26,000 contracts. I mean, neither here nor there. It's kind of just average on a weekly basis. So it's not neither here nor there. It's not really anything crazy. But in a 5-day period, so the 5 trading days, this stock is supposed to move plus or minus $16. It's got a 32% vol. So the vol is not crazy. It's not high. It's not low. It's just that's the amount of volatility. That's the amount of risk in this particular stock that's going to be in the next 5 days. That's what the market is thinking it's going to move, right? 16 bucks. The market makers over here think it's going to move $8.49. So these are the market makers. This is not accurate. It's kind of off. So if you want to know, this is the more accurate number right here, 16.25% plus or minus, up or down, 32% vol. That's the number that you want to focus on. So that's basically what a gamma squeeze is. And you want to know what the gamma squeeze scanner is, because I have a scanner that I've custom built out for this. So let me kind of go over what I'm looking at. There's a couple positions that I'm looking at right now. So let me kind of go over one of them that I'm looking at here. I'm looking at gold. Gold is in a squeeze right now. And the reason why gold is in a squeeze, so this is going to probably be our watch list, or my watch list for the week of October 23rd to October 28th. Or sorry, October 24th to October 29th. That's going to be the watch list. And why is gold going up? Well, this is the symbol for the dollar, right? As you can see here, the dollar is, let me move it over here so that you can get some clarity here. DXY. Let me move it over here. So the dollar is going down. Dollar hit a high. You can see it right here. Dollar hit a high, 113. It's crushing on the 3-day, 2-hour chart. This is an intraday momentum play that I'm looking at. I'm actually looking at shorting the dollar as well and going long on gold. So the reason why the gold is going up, dollar is getting a little bit weak, right? It's coming back down here, hit a low of 112 intraday. You see my indicator suite on this side telling me that this has been a go for the last 2 days now to short the dollar. Right here, always short on the high, right? That's when this is the day, or this is the time when to get in. Would have been this time right here in the 2-hour candle, because you see right here that where that candle closed, this is a big Maribozo. So from here, you're going to see some action going down. So right there, I'm looking at possibly shorting the dollar. We'll see if that's on my watch list as well, but it's something that it's going to be definitely put a play on. So let me come over here to gold, because gold right now is in a squeeze. You can see it right here. It's in a very nice, fantastic squeeze. It's at the top of the range though, with money flow, with MAC, with intraday momentum index. It's basically at the top of the range of being oversold. Now, oversold is not a trigger, it's just a condition. So how long can this be oversold? Don't know. Could be a day, could be 2 days, could be a week, could be, who knows, right? Who knows how long can we go in the oversold position? But right now, this is a position where you could possibly look at taking a position, and I could possibly look at taking a position as well, intraday, obviously, right? So let's go take a look at GLD. So in the next 5 days, this has a plus or minus $3, let's just say, right? It's supposed to move 70 cents here so that you can see it. So over a $3, over a 5-day track, we can break out the math here, and then we can put in the average true range as well. But, you know, I'm kind of old school, so 298 divided by 5. So it's 59 cents a day. Could possibly move. Now we can come over here and we can just add average true range, right? So let's add an ATR. Let's put it over there. I might have to change this and put this on Hull just to make it sense, because my other indicator is on Hull. Activate it. And then you will see right down here, what's the average true range? We're on a 1 minute. So let's come over here and let's move this to an hourly chart so that it makes it all congruent. So let's go with the 2-day 1 hour chart so that you can see it here. So the average true range per hour is 35 cents. Oh, that's after hours. Forgive me. $1.18, $1.11, 94 cents. So it's running roughly around. You see the average true range at the very bottom. My indicator is the ATR. So it's 71 cents, 51 cents, 118, 70. $0.69, 60 cents, 54 cents. So on the hour, that's moving quite a bit more. Let's come back over here. What did I say it was? Where's my calculator here? 297 divided by 5. 59 cents an hour, but it's moving 59 cents, 59 cents a day, but it's moving 59 cents an hour on the average true range. So, and today, what did it move? Well, not today, but when it closed, it moved $2.70. So this is outside, obviously, of the standard deviation. So this is moving like a 1.5 standard deviation. So this is a big play here. So let's have a look at this, because this is on my radar. Yeah, 138,000 contracts. This is on my radar to be to look at taking a position here. Let's look at the biggest contract sold on Friday. Oh, that's why the squeeze happened. Puts, top of the range, puts. So it's looking like a nice, there's a lot of put action at the end of the day on Friday. Let's look at the volume here. Yeah, so GLD is going to be on my radar for this week coming up. This could possibly make a move higher for an intraday play. So let's have a look at the scanner, because that's what I talked about. So let me come over here for the gamma squeeze. Okay, so these positions here, they're all in a gamma squeeze, which is what I had UNH here, UNH at the very beginning of the trading session. These are stocks that I'm going to be looking at. Oh, by the way, let me close this down, because kind of what I wanted to do was show you how the scanner actually worked and how I set it up. So let's come over here. Let's S&P. I got to remove all of that. I got to reset it. And let's get rid of it. Let's get rid of this, this, and this. And, oh, yeah. I don't need to remove that. So, load. So let's come over to gamma squeeze. So here is the gamma squeeze scanner. Now I have, let me look, and let me give me a quick second here. Yeah. Okay. So here's the gamma squeeze right here. So here are the settings. So you want to come over here. You want to label it a gamma squeeze. You want to scan in weeklies. Why do you want to scan in weeklies? You want to scan in weeklies because weeklies will give you the biggest bang for your buck. You want liquidity, right? So you want to make sure that you're scanning in liquidity. So you come down here to public. You come down here and you scroll all the way over here. This is if you're on Thinkorswim. You can set the scanner up easily with any other platform. You just got to talk to whoever your platform is, the brokerage, and plug in all this data. So the weeklies are the options that have the greatest liquidity. So you want to put it on weeklies, right? So here is my settings. You don't have to copy my settings if you don't want to. I've tested this left, right, and center. This is what I'm comfortable with. So we come over here to this button right here where it says add filter, right? So you have stock, option, fundamental, study, and pattern, right? So that's how you add and filter to the scanner. So the first filter I added was stock. I want to put down the mark, right? You open it up, you come down to mark. This is basically the price. The minimum price I'm looking at is $20, and there is no max. Sometimes I put a max on there, so I can put a max of, let's see here, $600. That's a pretty big boy position, but we can do that because I already have this set up. So $600 is a good, you can drop it down lower than that, obviously. The next filter is study filter. So you click on study and you click on price change, right? So you come down here to price performance and you slide over here to price change, right? So price change, you click on the close. And what I'm looking for is the price change. So the close is at least 5% greater. So it's greater or less, right, than the last 2 bars ago. Now, the bars are days. So when you want to come over here, you see this little pencil icon right here. you see where I have 5 minutes because we're an intraday, or I'm an intraday momentum option scalper. But if you want to click on this pencil right here on TD Ameritrade on Thinkorswim, you click on that pencil and you come over here to aggregation. I don't care about include extended hours trading. I don't want that on. I want when the cash opens. So you click on this button right here and you can change this. Usually this is set to day, right? But I change it down to intraday, like ultra intraday. So 5 minute candle, because this is going to help me. I don't want to see a gamma squeeze that's going on during the day. That's too late. Right? And I don't want to see it on a monthly on a monthly chart. I don't want to see it on a weekly chart. I don't want to see it on a daily chart or a 3-day, 1 day chart or a 3-day. You know what I mean? I don't want to see it I want to see it intraday. I want to catch this movement as it's happening. I want to catch this squeeze as it's just developing, right? So I keep that on there in a 5 minute. So that's how you change that right there. And then I come over here to the standard deviation channel. Standard deviation channel is the same thing. You click on it, standard deviation channel, the close, greater than 1.5 times the standard deviation of the actual move, and just put the 61 period for the linear regression line. And then you keep this to the day. This you want to keep on the day because it's taken into consideration the 61 period average of the regression line. So it needs a lot of data. But intraday is fine because you want to catch that squeeze intraday, right? So then you click that there, and then that's it. That's how you set it up. Now for your stocks, keep it down for as low as you want. I'll put down 20 here. This is all default. You can change any of this stuff. So that's all default, right? So when you save it, once you run your results, I don't like to run it now because it's on a weekend and it's probably not going to run now. The best time to run these scans is in pre-market or the cash open, right? So once you got everything all set up, then you come over here, save as a watch list. And once you save it as a watch list, you can come back here and put alert when scan results change, right? So you can set up an alert for yourself so you never, ever, ever have to scan again. The scanner's already set up for you. It's already built in. It's on automation. So all you got to do now is put it on the watch list, set an alert for it, and then bam, you got your scanner. So all that being said, now you see why I have my scanner, my gamma squeeze all set up. So this is for version 3.0. This is the gamma squeeze because I've now filtered, I now tightened it back up. And I've changed it because you might say, why does it say gamma squeeze 22? Well, I just changed it for 22. That's why it says gamma 22 if it's showing that, right? So this is the positions I'm looking at. Now, am I saying that we're still going to be in a gamma squeeze for this week? I don't know. But what I do know is I'm looking at these positions right now that are making some pretty impressive moves, and I'm looking at them and I'm saying to myself, okay, now that we have this here, I can kind of say this 200, because that's my 200, and where are we here? We're on a 3-day 2-hour chart, intraday. I can see this 200 is moving up. It's just changed. It's moving up. So it's moving up on a really nice slope. Here's the 20 right here. It's moving up as well. It's still close to the 20. This move has been impressive. This is an inverted hammer right here. You can see it. That's an inverted hammer. So with all things being equal, with the price action, just came off of a high, but it's an inverted hammer closed. You can see some consolidation up here. You could see another move up and then probably a breakout, depending on health. Health is a defensive industry. So in this particular position here, people are going to get their meds. You know what I mean? Inflation may be crazy, but this is the defensive sector. You know, this is health. People need their health. They're going to go out and get their vitamins. They're going to go out and get their prescriptions. They're going to go out and they're going to go to the doctor. You know what I mean? We got coming back into another session of, what's that thing called? Coronavirus or whatever, that experiment is, you know, let me take a step back here. Coming back into another season, there's more variants coming out for the coronavirus, you know, and people are getting ready. Right? So I'm looking at, this is the defensive position. So I'm looking at this on the watch list. What else am I looking at? I mean, these are just stuff that I'm looking at, right? I'm not saying I'm going to take all these positions throughout the week. What I'm telling you is this is what I'm kind of got my eye on, as well as the SPY. So we can come over here, NOC, look at NOC. I don't even know what the heck they do. Let me come down here for options. I know right off the bat, I wouldn't even trade this because there's no liquidity, right? Look at that. It's terrible. I don't even care about it. And the bid-ask spreads are monster, right? You could drive 10 Mack trucks through the bid-ask spread. Crazy. Would never trade that. But it's in a squeeze, right? But I wouldn't trade it. Would I buy the stock? No. It's $500 a share. Why the hell would I want to? That's crazy. What do they do? Let's look at some fundamentals here. What do these guys do? Global aerospace and defense. Yeah, so because of the war, that's why they're up. Do I want to look at news on? No, I don't care about it. But this is research for you guys to go and do yourself, right? I'm not really interested in that. Moderna, now there's something I'm going to like look at. There's something that I love to trade Moderna. This is a stock that you want to like kind of get your eyes on and kind of look at, because this thing is like mad volatility. This thing makes big moves intraday. And that's what I want to see intraday, man. Even though the bid-ask spread is crazy, I trade Moderna all the time. I love trading Moderna, man. It's crazy. Getting filled here in Moderna is one of the secrets that you want to do to get filled on Moderna is set up your options. Set up your option chain like you see how I set up my option chain. How I like to get filled on Moderna, because you can see the spreads here like 20 cents. This one's here is what, 10, 20. Yeah, they're like 20, 30 cents. What you want to do here, the secret to here is you want to look at the last price. And this is the last price. This is in the positions. Whoever's got this position on, they're first to get filled. Now, depending on the liquidity, depending on when you go in and look at taking this trade, I like to go 1 or 2 cents above the last, 1 or 2 cents below the last, I'll get filled. Right? And I also look at the volume and the open contracts, because on this one here, that's kind of one of the secrets to getting filled on Moderna. Now, let's have a look at Moderna. Is this something that we can look at trading today or trading this week on a watch list? Yeah. Why? Because here is the 200 that's just turned green, and it's in a strong momentum trend. So the 200 is pushing this. Sorry. That's my 20. Let me just double check. Yeah, that's my 20. Sorry. Forgive me. That's my 20s pushing up strong. And the 200 here is turning down red, pushing, and it's not actually pushing the stock down. What's actually happening is when this cross comes, I don't know how it's going to form, but if this continues to come down here and this continues to push up, one of a couple of different things are going to happen. If this 200 keeps sloping down, and as the 20 is rising up to meet it, if the 200 is the granddaddy of them all, which it is, this could slap this right back down and push this down, push the stock down. So it could hit the 200 and push it down. Or if the 20 is strong because of the price action, because of the momentum, because of the volume, this might be able to breach the 200 and it might keep going. So as you see it right now, one or two things are going to happen. All right, so let's come over here. Let's look at this. So right now, what you see here. Is consolidation, right? And it's at the top of the range right here on the point of control for, this is the volume profile. So this is at the top of the top end range for resistance right here. This is all overhead supply right here. This is resistance, overhead supply. So right now, consolidation. So this looks like it may flatten out. We're not too sure yet, but this is on my watch list for this week, which kind of should be on your watch list for this week as well. So on the hourly here, you can see what's happening on the hourly. So what am I looking at here? I don't need the average true range on, but I'm going to look at it. All right. So this is the position here on Moderna. Let's see how many trades this actually hit on Friday. Not bad. It's 1.57 sizzle index, so the stock is in play. 1.5 times the last 5 days volume. And people are buying a lot of calls. That's good. So this is the position of a gamma squeeze. So I'll be looking at Moderna this week. I don't really care about news. I'll look at news later on, probably Monday morning. As you see, I'm cutting this video now. It's 3 o'clock or so, or 4 o'clock, sorry. It's Sunday, October 23rd. So that's Moderna. What else do we have here? 9% move. UPS, perfect. UPS, let's have a look at UPS. When is their earnings coming out? On the 25th. That's even better. That's sweet. Earnings coming out on UPS on the 25th. Perfect. All right, so that's UPS. That's another position that I love to trade is on UPS, because UPS has got some very good volatility on it. You see that right there? Because it's coming into earnings. 85% vol. That's crazy, all right? That's what you want to see, but it's coming into earnings, so that's why the options are all inflated. They're all puffed up. So this is an intraday position that we want to be taking. Now, could I do a power butterfly on UPS? Probably. I'll see come Monday morning when I'm looking at this, looking at going into earnings. If I was going to do a butterfly, I probably would have already done a butterfly on Friday. I just didn't look at it because I took Friday off after I finished trading, so I was kind of done. But Monday, I could throw on a power butterfly earnings on Monday for sure. Going into earnings if I was going to do it. So let's look here. One time. Yep. And then what else are we looking at? We're looking at oil. We're looking at, what is this? KO, is that Coke or whatever it is? Yeah, Coca-Cola. That's in a squeeze too. I don't like trading Coke. It doesn't really move that much. It's not very volatile. But, I mean, if you want to look at a day trade, it's in an upward trend for a day trade. So it's a nice possible candidate. This could make another leg up higher because you can see it right here, how it's tipped out. Here's the 200. Here's the 20. Now it's just dipped under the 20 now, but this is an inverted hammer right here. So let me come over here so that you can see that there, what I'm looking at, so you see the same thing. This is an inverted hammer right there, bullish. The 200 just started to turn green. We're on the hourly candle here, a 2-day hourly candle. Let me drop back down to, let me go 1 minute, 1 day, 5 minute. After hours, big move there. So yeah, so I don't like trading that, but it's on the watch list. And then that's pretty much about it. That's the scanner. That's the gamma squeeze scanner. These stocks are in a squeeze. So it's something that you might want to have a look at. And I'm also just kind of giving you your watch list because this is what I'm going to be looking at as well on the watch list. Let me come over here to Trusted Spy because I just love trading the SPY. It's been very, very, very profitable for trading the SPY. And this was on Friday. This is the beautiful movement. Yeah, the SPY is... Now, here's the thing you have to be careful about, my Platinum X Power Option Trader groups. You have to be careful because these are all hitting highs, not all-time highs, but they're hitting highs, intraday highs. So they're making moves on higher highs, but we're in a bear market. So at any particular point, any type of bad news, you could see a big issue here. So let me draw the box here. Let me clear this out. So how do we draw the box? I'm going to show you how we draw the box. Let's come down here to the 1 day, 1 minute chart. Let me show you what we're doing. So let me get rid of a lot of these studies here. Let me edit this. So what do we want to do? We want to look at the last hour and see where is the low print, where is the high print, where is the close. So we come over here to the last hour. Where is the low print? Low print was right around here. 373. Where is the high print? Well, you see the high of the day right there, that big yellow line. Right, that's the high print. So let me just mark that off. I don't need to mark it off. Where is the close? The close was 374.50. 374.54. So there was the close. So if you were to draw the box, this is what the box would look like, right? Let me come over here. So Monday morning, draw out your box. That's what the box looks like, right? So come Monday morning, I'm going to leave this the way it is, this price. I'm going to get rid of this box. So when Monday morning rolls around in pre-market, I'm going to be drawing my box in pre-market from about 9:20 to about 9:45. That's when I draw the box out. So I'll be able to look and see what I want to do with the SPY as well as the other watch list. So that's it from Double P. Showed you the gamma scanner, talked you through it, how to set it up. Now, if anything, when we're talking about the gamma scanner, if you don't know everything that I just went through, don't worry about it. Just set it up how I show you to set it up, right? You can always learn and do the research behind it. It's super technical. I'm not a technical smarty pants type of guy, right? I just know what to do. Showed you what I do. I mean, you want to learn all this stuff? I mean, that's great. I don't need to learn. I don't need to I need to understand the fundamentals of it, and that's it. I mean, for me to go down that rabbit hole, that's just crazy. I'm not a scientist. I'm not a data scientist. I don't care about that stuff. I just want to know how to make money. I got the basic fundamentals down, and that's what you should have. If you want to be like, if you want to go for your chartered market technician license and know all this stuff inside and out, and that's great. Go ahead and do it. I don't need to do that, right? This is the shortcut. So just do what I'm telling you to do, or do what you see me doing. And then, obviously test it, right? For yourself. So that's it. That's the gamma scanner. That is the watch list that I'm looking at. Showed you how to build out the box once again. The high, low, the 20, the 200. So where was the low print here in the last hour? So it's always the last hour of the trading session. That's when the most volatility, liquidity kind of starts moving in. That's when institutions look at taking their plays as well, to placing their trades, prop desks, prop firms, money managers, all that, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So look at that there. So it's always the last hour. You want to look at, it's either the low print or the 200, whatever is the lowest in that hour, that's the print. And then whatever the high is of that last hour, that's what you mark off. And whatever the close is, that gives you your data points, that gives you your volatility, that gives you your price action, and that gives you support and resistance. That's what the box entails of, right? And then after that, you draw it out, label it out, and you're good to go, right? So that's it from Double P, over and out. I'll see you. That's my coaching session. That's the watch list, and that's what I'm kind of looking at playing off. Take care, everybody. I'll see you trading this week.